Hey, family.
Good
It's your
evening.
girl Nancy Drew.
It is
And
Lord
Mama
C
C.
here, and Lord C is here. Good evening.
And we're back with another live episode of Two Black Mothers. Make sure you hit that subscribe, like, and share.
And don't forget that notification button. And leave your comments down below. We'll be sure to get back with you. Tonight we have a special guest. We have a special guest returning. Lord C is returning to the screen. And Austin is always here. Uh
Hello.
yes, he'll always be here no matter what. But tonight we have a special guest. So tonight we're live and we're going to talk about a couple of topics, but I always like to start off with something funny, something on a different note, you know?
Okay.
Um because we don't want to make it so heavy here. Okay?
Okay.
So before we get into that, just how have the week been? I just want to get some feedback from you all. How have your week been? Today is Friday. We're going into the weekend. Can't wait till the weekend to start. How have your week been?
My week has been busy.
It's been busy.
Yes, I'm glad that it's Friday.
Yes. Aren't we all? Yes. You have plans this weekend?
Got basketball games tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Okay. Awesome. Mind your business. All right. Lord C.
My week has been heavy because I live here in the DMV where the plane crash is taking place, and I've just been taking on people energy, and we have a lot of sad people here in the DMV.
hmm
So I'm looking forward to the weekend if every television program is not talking about the crash. So
I'm sure they will
Every
be.
television program will be talking about the crash all
yeah,
weekend.
Mhm.
all weekend.
Yes.
And the rain is not helping it. I need sunshine. So
So y'all have rain going on.
yeah, so we're currently at 32 degrees, and it's been raining off and on here in the DMV. Well, here in Maryland, where I reside, it's supposed to go on until midnight, and it's supposed to subside, and the sun is supposed to get up tomorrow, and it's supposed to get up at the least high of 50 tomorrow.
Mm, mm. Well, hopefully, I think it's raining here. Hopefully, it'll let up some. And we get some. I'm looking for some sunshine. Let me see what's going on. Let me see. It is the high was 64 today. Oh yeah, tomorrow it's gonna be sunny all weekend here.
That's what they say here as well, here in the DMV as well.
I'm looking forward to it. We've been having cold weather lately, and I'm looking forward to a little bit of warm weather, some sunshine. Okay.
I just hope here this rain don't freeze up, making the road treacherous tonight for people who are on the road.
Yes. Drive safe out there on the road, people. Drive safe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to do a couple of funny videos and you tell me your thoughts before we get into it. So I think me and Nancy Drew talked about this video, but we didn't watch the video. I think we talked about it. I can't remember if we talked about it on podcast, but another TikToker has fell victim to losing their job because they have decided to do something at work. And let's get into it.
Oh, that's that lady twerking at work.
This is a different one.
Oh, okay.
Biscuits will never be dry on my ship.
We did talk about this.
So y'all, this man done got fired from Popeyes from buttering them biscuits. Okay, if y'all didn't see, he was putting extra butter on them biscuits. But y'all, under further investigation, I found out that that nigga did not get fired from just buttering fucking biscuits.
What else he did?
Y'all, I opened his fucking page. I swear to God, all the next 20 plus videos just fucking cheeks.
I can understand what he's saying, but I think he was saying he was showing something else.
Y'all, I swear to
His
God.
butt.
His fucking cheeks all up and down this nigga page. I would have bought his ass.
So I guess he didn't represent Popeyes.
Y'all,
Well, he
I
was
don't
sad
know.
he lost that
Biscuits
job.
will never be dry on my ship.
And what?
He was sad he lost that job.
Yes, he was sad.
Well, Trump said that it's the DEI fault. Yeah, black folks got to stop doing stupid stuff on social media.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Evelyn Brummett King. Hello. Hey, Mama. Yes, they do. And you would think that, you know, when the first person fell victim, that it was going to end. You would have thought, okay? But no. Did it stop? No. People continue to go and do stuff from work because you get a lot of followers, and maybe they just don't like their job like that, and they think, well, I can come famous off going viral from work, and once I do get famous, I can quit.
Well, the problem is that, for instance, the Biscuit Man, now maybe he has more following now, but he had 3,000 followers when I went to his page.
Where is he at now? Do you know?
I don't know. I didn't send it to you, you know. I didn't know butter and biscuits was a thing.
I think it is. I think
did we lose somebody?
Huh?
Where's Laura C?
He dropped off. I think he'll come back. You know how stuff drop off. He'll come back. He'll pop back on. You know how you be popping off and you pop back on. Same thing. Okay. Yes. Hey family. Oh, you don't see it. Hey Pizza. How you doing?
Oh, I miss Wendy.
How you doing? She's coming back. Wendy sounded really good when she was on the show.
She did.
The Breakfast Club.
Now she was doing a little repeating. I ain't know if she remembered that she said that already, but yeah.
She's getting better. She's getting better as we go on. She was sounding really good on the Breakfast Club. My drink is here.
Okay, who is this?
Did you miss me?
Yes.
Who are you?
It's a nice
This
drink.
is AI.
The nice drink we have strawberry Tootsie.
Strawberry Tootsie.
Strawberry Tootsie.
With strawberry and pineapple. With Sprite and strawberry Fanta. She failed to jump on the couch.
Sprite and strawberry Fanta.
I couldn't find her.
We didn't have any poppy.
We did.
We did.
Oh.
What is that? I don't know.
Try something different.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Different week, different drink.
Thank you.
Looks beautiful.
Yes, it's divine. Yes. All right. So oh, we've been missing you too.
Well, we are back. We are back.
Yep, we are back. We are filming Monday through Thursday. We film and post, and then we go live every Friday. We are back. We was missing for a little while. We took some time off. It was the holidays. Right? We wanted to take some time off, so we took some time off, and we're back with all the stuff. This year, we're going to do things a little different. We're really going to be focused on Trump and his yellow orange ass. That's who we will be focusing on this year. Anything that he does, we will be bringing it to the table. That's who we focusing on. We're going to be on that ass like white on rice. Okay. Yes, Wendy is a little crazy, but you know, she kept us alive. She kept us with the tea. She definitely kept us with the tea. Hey, Miss Gemini. Hey, Miss Gemini. You know Miss Gemini. Lord C, you know Miss Gemini. So
Hello,
another
Miss
video.
Gemini.
Yes, another video I wanted to show you all was that Shamar has a twin out there.
Oh. Okay.
Because you bitches is getting on my nerves with that shit, okay? My name is Dino. It's not Shamar Moore, whatever his name is.
No, nobody said Shamar Moore.
As y'all can see, I'm not brown. Because you bitches is getting on my nerves with that shit, okay? My name is Dino. It's not Shamar Moore, whatever his name is. I'm light-skinned. As y'all can see, I'm not brown. Because you bitches is
So
getting
first of all, that is the Hispanic Shamar.
Okay.
That is that person, because that's definitely not our Shamar. And we're definitely going to get into him tonight. But that is the Hispanic one. And his name is definitely not Shamar Moore, because the Shamar Moore
Exactly. We didn't even think you were Shamar Moore
at all. At all.
Wasn't a thought.
Mama Evelyn said in the chat, I had one job and I missed.
Yes, and he missed. Yes, he had one job and he missed. He had one job and he missed. You remember when we talked about when Orange Man got his ear nipped?
Oh,
and the man had one job and he missed. He had one job and he missed. Lord. But anyway, I'm sure somebody else is going to try to replace that job. I'm sure. Okay. So let's get into the conversation we was talking about last night. If you don't know, 2 aircrafts crashed into each other. What was it? Thursday night?
Thursday night at 8:50.
Thursday night at 8:50.
No, Wednesday night. Today Friday. We talked about it yesterday.
Wednesday night. So
okay,
Wednesday night. Wednesday night at 8:50, 2 aircrafts collided. It was it a Boeing? It was a Boeing. I'm sure it was. And it was a
I don't remember them saying Boeing. I think it was United Aircraft. Something.
American Aircraft was the name of the company that was flying it, but the plane was the
plane.
Yes.
It was a
Boeing 747.
Was it a Boeing?
See, I don't know. I haven't heard as of yet.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out what it was, but it was American Airlines, and it was a Black Hawk, and they collided over the Potomac River Wednesday night. Okay, so we're gonna go into that discussion. Should we look at videos? I'm sure people have saw the videos. I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Yes, because the newscast keeps running the same video.
It's everywhere.
Pass 25, get the CRJ in flight. Pass 25, pass line is CRJ. American 472, Washington, 1 star, 32017. Did you see that?
So, thoughts on what happened?
Go ahead, Lorcy.
Okay. I know you all don't know me, but for everyone who's on today, I just retired from the military 38 years. So I looked at the picture over and over again, and I thought of human error, the weather, and the mechanics of the helicopter and the civilian, I'm gonna call it civilian aircraft for those people who are veterans. And the civilian aircraft was in the air path in which it was supposed to be. I didn't understand why that base in Fort Belvoir down there in Virginia was doing night ops over the airspace where the civilian aircraft. So I didn't understand. It didn't make sense to me. So my first thought was this a domestic terrorist attack?
Okay. Well,
and why did you say that? Because of them where it happened, or
mostly based on where it took place. Night maneuvers, whether it's in an aircraft or whether it's in a Humvee, there's a designated area, And everyone in the military knows who has to use a military vehicle that maneuvers throughout the DMV knows that we have a designated area, a designated space where we can and cannot go. The airspace is divided as best to its ability in the DMV because we have, quote unquote, these representatives, whether it's the president, the vice president, and all the dignitaries that come in and out. So all the personnel in uniform that does anything militarily wise, we know our designation, our missions are designed. You go here specifically, you don't do this, you can't do this, and never. So it just didn't make sense to me unless someone just decided to do what they wanted to do.
So I heard, I saw someone saying that they were doing training.
They were doing black ops training. That is correct.
So
allegedly, they were doing black ops training. Yes.
Allegedly, yes. So they was doing training that night, and that is what happened.
Okay.
So that's why they was in the space in that area.
Gotcha.
I thought the Black Hawk helicopters had night vision.
They do, and I was saying to another person that I know last night, we always don't have the latest updated equipment and stuff like that. And so as a retired Army personnel, I have gone on missions where a lot of the equipment that I needed to get the job done and to do it above standard has been substandard equipment based on monies or
so it's like any other job. You got to work what you got.
Absolutely. Okay. So that's why when I looked at the Google Earth map twice and I saw the collision, I'm like, it looks to me as if the individual, he or she, drove right into the aircraft. To me, that's what it appears. They showed
it was two males, and the female, they have not released her name, her picture.
They just released her, babe. They just released her.
Oh, they did. What's her name?
I forgot it's a white lady. I forgot her name.
Okay, they showed the picture.
And she's allegedly, she was allegedly the pilot. Allegedly, the pilot.
The pilot of the Black Hawk.
The Black Hawk.
Yes, the helicopter. The Black Hawk helicopter, which what they do in wartime, they go and do recons before the ground troops get there, or they go and pick up wounded people and get them out of harm's way. That's the initial responsibility of the Black Hawk helicopter.
Okay. All right. Let me see if hold on. Yeah, let me go in. Let me see if I can find her. I see this one, and I don't know if they're going to share. So let's hold on.
Beginning to see the faces and hear the stories of the 67 lives lost in that fiery crash over the Potomac. Flight 5342's first officer, Samuel Lilly, was just 29 years old and newly engaged. Tiffany Gibson telling ABC News her little brother was a kind soul.
He was young. He was so young, and he was excited about life and his future and getting a dog and a house and kids. And this is just tragic.
Ian Epstein, one of two flight attendants on board, was a father and husband. His family saying in a statement he loved being a flight attendant because he truly enjoyed traveling and meeting new people, but his true love was his family. Elizabeth Keys being remembered as a strong, fearless woman who embraced life at full speed. She was killed on her 33rd birthday, returning home early from a business trip so she could go on a date with her longtime partner, David. Kia Duggins, a civil rights attorney, set to become a professor at Howard University Law School in the fall. Howard saying that Duggins dedicated her career to fighting against unconstitutional policing and unjust money bail practices. And U.S. figure skating mourning the loss of at least 14 athletes, coaches, and family members who were returning from a training camp. 12-year-old Brielle Byer, a cancer survivor, was with her mother, Justina. Andy Byer telling me his daughter Brielle could light up any room.
She was just such a fighter in everything she did, and she just lived life to the fullest with everything. She was so proud of herself in figure skating, and I will miss that so much.
Spencer Lane, killed along with his mom, Christine, was a 16-year-old figure skating phenom. His father, Doug, says he was unstoppable.
Was a force of nature. He just had amazing athletic abilities, just was someone who you couldn't make him do something, but if he was like, hey, that's interesting to me, you couldn't stop him.
Married Boston Skating Club coaches and former world champions Zhenya Shishkova and Vadim Nomov, seen here competing in 1996. Friends calling their deaths a tremendous loss for the skating community.
Just one of a kind. They cared about their athletes and were world champions themselves, and they were just champions in life.
This morning, we're beginning.
All right, so I found her. Is that? I think that's the same one. Hold on, sorry. No. Okay. There we go.
Rumors have it that the pilot of the Black Hawk,
Yeah, that's someone I saw.
BBC is identified as Chief Warrant Officer 2, CW2, Joe Ellis, a transgender woman who served in the Virginia National Guard for 15 years and transitioned while serving as a pilot, making radicalized anti-Trump statements on socials. What we know so far: 15-year veteran of the Virginia National Guard, publicly identifies as a transgender woman, underwent gender transition while serving as a pilot, with strong anti-Trump sentiments expressed on social media.
And this is why his orange ass came out.
I was just about to say, that is why, I was thinking maybe somebody was black that was flying. But that is why he said DEI.
Hello.
Yes.
That is why he said what he said. He knew coming out who exactly. He was brief, but his orange ass is going to come out and say, I got common sense. That's how I know it's DEI. You don't have common sense. None. Because common sense would have told you not to say what you said. Because you was briefed. You could have said, I was briefed on who was flying the plane.
Yeah,
but you want to say common sense.
He knew.
He knew exactly who was flying that plane.
See, they were saying that the family had requests for the name not to be released, no pictures to be released, and the military agreed. But somebody done snuck it out there.
And I am a person who believes everything happens for a reason. I truly believe everything happens for a reason. But this right here, with everything with the DEI going on, and then she happened to be a transgender female, which that's DEI double, to be flying this plane.
I mean,
and that's the first thing he say when he come
out. It may have been. I don't think that she would have purposely flew the plane into the aircraft.
No. She wouldn't have purposely did it. But who commanded her to fly over there?
Yeah, I guess we'll never know.
And so the question that I have, irregardless if she is transgender, but you have 3 human beings in a helicopter, and you have 64 personnel on a civilian aircraft. Why would I want to die? Because the end result is I could die. Just like I told my commander, it's certain stuff that I'm just not going to do. So you're going to have to court-martial me or, whatever you have to do. But I'm not going to put my life in danger, just because you say so. So And some people would, because Trump had people drinking bleach when they was trying to get rid of COVID. So some people would, but like I said, to me in my spirit, I'm still not saying, yeah, this is what it was. And whether she was transgender or not, the facilitator on the commentary said she had 15 years. So she was not a new pilot, or she just started flying planes yesterday. And I watched Newscast Channel 9 here in Washington, D.C., and they brought in a former Air Force chief pilot and said there should have been 4 personnel in that aircraft, 2 in the back and 2 in the front, because the 2 in the back, and they had to be chief rank or above to direct those pilots, because those pilots can't see everything. And she made it very clear. She said, when you're over Ronald Reagan National Airport and you look down at the city, because the city is so lit, it's blinding to you. You can't see it. So, and it's still whether she was transgender, black, what have you, I'm not going to give Trump a pass.
No, he does not get a pass. But my thing is, he knew exactly what he was saying when he walked out there and said what he said. And to say he has common sense was stupid.
No,
but
you got intel.
Exactly.
He got intel.
Exactly. That's
exactly.
What you didn't even have to say you had intel. He could have said, I was briefed. Or you didn't have to say anything at all. But we knew he was going to say something because it's the orange man. He always saying something. But I believe, like, I am a person of everything happens for a reason, but this smells fishy.
To me too, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. I don't want to use that word sense, because everything
has been about DEI lately. Everything. And then this happened. Make sense for me. Give me some common sense of this, because I don't see it.
I would need more information. I don't think it's a conspiracy theory. I don't think that none of these individuals said, I'm gonna go give up my life today.
No, I don't believe that, but I know the person can't have to be in the plane. Somebody had to give this order.
I mean, but even if they gave that order and you've been a pilot for 15 years, or you've been in the military for 15 years, you done flew Black Hawks before, you know that this is a landing area for planes. They was over the airport. They were getting ready to land. They were descending. So you would know this. I still feel like it was just like he said, sometimes you go to work and everything don't work. I think that the radar wasn't working in there, night vision, whatever. They was trying to make the best of it, get to where they was trying to go. And unfortunately, a tragedy happened. But I don't think that if somebody said, you need to fly this route, that somebody of 15 years would be like, okay, knowing that this is a busy airport and planes land here.
Absolutely.
Like, I just don't think that would be the case. I think it's a coincidence that Trump is a mess and it happened to be a transgender.
And I don't know if where you all have heard, but I was watching Channel 9 News, which is a prominent news station here in the DMV, and they play the air traffic controller who was on duty.
Crash.
Right. And I heard 2 male voices, or what I'm assuming are 2 male voices. He said, do you see the aircraft? And the
do you see American?
Right. I do, and I do it. And 2 seconds later, it went kaboom.
So. Yeah. So no, they did not fall asleep while flying. If you're referring to the Black Hawk individuals that were flying, they did not fall asleep. Lord C referenced that it is so blinding over there in that area. Where is it? Ronald Reagan? Is it still Ronald Reagan?
Ronald Reagan, yeah.
Ronald Reagan airport. It is so blinding in that area. And that may have been a reason for her not to be able to react the way that she should have reacted. According to Mr. Orange Man, the plane could have did somersaults in the air because
Could have hit the brakes because I got a couple of them.
break. And yeah, he could have did the Matrix. The helicopter could have did a Matrix, you know,
Could have
move
went down 200 feet. Could have went up 200
exactly.
feet.
Yeah,
Hit
that's
the brakes. I have a few of them.
Yeah, he has a few Black Hawks because he flies Black Hawks all the time. So, according to him, that's what could have happened. But we don't know. I'm sure they didn't fall asleep. I'm sure we know they didn't fall asleep. But something happened.
I
Something
think we'll
happened.
never know.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
According to the, am I saying this right? The FACC.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the people who are charge of the airways and the skyways and stuff. And that is a real thing. You can buy real estate in the airways. The investigation will be complete in 1 year.
Real estate in the airways. What are you saying?
Okay, so where you live, do you have homes that have lofts at the top of their homes?
Yes.
Loft. Do you have are there building homes down there where you live that have loft space in the top of their homes?
In the top of their home, like I have a loft in the top of mine on my top shelf.
So
like
is your loft space considered the third floor of your house?
Oh no, it's all connected together.
Okay, we're here in the DMV. There is such thing as rules and laws for skyways. You can only build buildings so high in certain areas because of the airspace you can buy. You can own airspace.
Okay.
Just like you go to a site. Let's say we go to Coney Island, and there's been a hotel that's been there since 1966, and somebody come and build a Hyatt or what's the other brand name hotels that go all the way up in the sky. Those developers have to pay for, not only do they pay for the line, but they're paying for the airspace as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you can buy airspace. As a matter of fact, people are getting rich off of airspace.
We need to look into that.
Give me a piece of air.
Yes. You can buy real estate in the air and underground.
Yes.
Are you talking about underground, like under where the trains go underground?
Absolutely.
Like if a subway can go underground that way?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Did you see the tunnels in California?
Mm-mm.
Well, specifically now, this is allegedly. I've never been there, but I know we have them here in the DMV. There were tunnels found where they found children who were being human trafficked. Certain minerals and stuff were being stored under California, where the Paradise or Paradise, wherever this place was in California, where these places are burning. So those have been discovered now, and it has come out what they have found under them, and that's why they was blaming the African American mayor in that specific area of California. It was her fault because she wasn't there when the land and stuff was burning and things of that. So they have discovered that. You can look that up on. You can Google the tunnels under whatever Paladise, whatever. What's the name of the place that burned?
So is that where that man who was in jail, he digged himself out? Is that in the same area too? What was his name?
No,
El Chapo? Did El Chapo dig himself out of jail? Was it El Chapo?
Now, see, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know him, but I do know. So I'm gonna say something I should not be saying, but anyway, under the White House there are tunnels. So when we have let's say the United States gets attacked, dignitaries will be ushered into this tunnel, into this bunker. That's why you see a lot of Caucasian people building bunkers and preparing for doomsday. So a lot of our buildings that we have to protect have underground tunnels. If there's a disaster or unannounced attack happens, we can put our precious cargo or what they deem precious personnel in these underground tunnels, so where they're protected.
So they also buy land underwater and complete with oil, gasoline companies for oil. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
I know who's this commenting. I didn't know at first who this was, but I have a clue who this is. Really, Quan? Really, Quan? Really? You don't know who Lord C is? Lord C, introduce yourself to the family, because you, Lord C.
Good evening. I'm Lord C. or hail from Annapolis, Maryland. Good evening.
Good evening. Who went into the tunnel? Oh, they went into the. I thought they just went to the ground floor January 6th.
For what?
For January 6th, when they was the, what's it called? When they
You
was
talking
all
about
those
the
white people,
insurrection? No,
the
from what I
insurrection.
allegedly they were ushered into the tunnel, which is the proper protocol when there is a safety issue. That is the proper protocol.
Yes.
Okay.
No, that's what he said. What? Oh, but I do know him. I'm though.
Oh,
El Chapo. Oh, El Chapo. Yes, he doesn't know El Chapo. He does not. He's not friends with El Chapo.
That's not my buddy.
But I think that was El Chapo. What person digged himself out of a tunnel, out of jail? He was in prison.
I remember that, but
and he digged himself out, and I think it was El Chapo.
well,
And yeah, please, somebody let me know. I think it was. No, I don't think Mother of Three Kings changed her name. I think this is somebody else. But I'm not going to say. But yes. So I think it was El Chapo that dug himself. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Change your name. Or yes, sir. It was El Chapo.
It's not Freedom.
It's not Freedom. We know it's not Freedom.
I could tell by the wording. It's
the
not
writing.
Freedom.
I know who it is. I know who it is. It was somebody who had a birthday the other day. I know who it is. I know who it is. But anyway, so going back to the crash that's going on with the crash. I think I had something. Okay, so I wanted to go into this right here, this video right here. Why somebody was talking about it from that area.
So what did we learn? Not a motherfucking thing. This man is determined to kill us all. How you gonna sit up here and bold-faced lie and blame this on DEI while you over here looking like the Quaker Oats man on my oatmeal? Why is it you want to blame DEI and Biden when you the motherfucking president? You're the one who fired the TSA Coast Guard. You're the one who gutted the Aviation Safety Committee. When you stopped diversity, equity, and inclusion, it halted the employment recruitment process. And we already see, based off of data, you caused this shit, you big back bitch. DCA had already reported a 27% shortage when it came to air flight controllers. For those who are confused, DCA is Ronald Reagan Airport. We from here, from the DMV, don't call it that. We call it DCA. Okay, I don't know that man. And for those who want to blame Biden, according to September's numbers, they reached their motherfucking goal when it came to hiring for air traffic controllers. Miss me with that shit, bitch. Y'all will not blame Biden for what Trump is doing. He's the motherfucking president. Just like when y'all asses tried to blame Biden for the train derailment that happened, but it was actually Trump who rolled back the administration regulations. So again, what the fuck did we learn? Not a motherfucking thing. Y'all know that Donald Trump can't handle shit. He couldn't even handle motherfucking COVID. Okay? We lost damn near 1 million motherfuckers under this motherfucker. You put us at harm's risk by voting for this fat bitch. And I ain't trying to be fat phobic, but his fat ass does need Ozempic. Talking about somebody isn't physically fucking fit. Get on the treadmill, bitch. So what we learned?
So yes, I love this guy. He goes off on Donald Trump ass every second he get. I love this guy. And yes, it was El Chapo. It was El Chapo who digged his ass out of jail. He digged a hole. It was, well, his people really digged the hole, and he just had to dig it the other way. But he digged his ass out of jail. So with that, is that over there that you're saying where the fires are at? I think that's all together. So they've been digging holes for a while.
Well,
how they're coming over the border through them holes?
According to the news source that I saw, they went 9 levels deep So, like I said, I don't know. It's allegedly, that's what I saw in the news. I don't know, but here in the DMV, what I know as a military personnel, that is possible because we do have them under very important buildings and statues and stuff like that. Yes, we have those tunnels are real.
So, do you remember the movie with Morgan Freeman and that white guy? They was in prison. They was in jail. Do y'all remember that movie? It was Morgan Freeman and the white guy.
Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption. And you remember at the end, he dug his ass out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what he went through? Like he had to go through poop, like through that
the sewer system.
Through the sewer system. I know it's not that bad in Mexico that these people are walking through this tunnel like that to come to the United States. It just cannot be that bad in Mexico that they have to escape through the ground to get here.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you.
I think that people think this is the American dream, so they want to come here for better opportunities.
Well, so let me say, when I remember, I was in the 7th grade when Ronald Reagan was sworn in. No, I was going to 7th grade. That was 1980. That may be too far for you youngins.
Yes, I wasn't here.
And he
I'm sorry. When were you here?
1980. 1980. So you only, Mama C, you was only 2. No, it was 1980.
1980. So you was here in 1980.
No, I said you all may not have been here. Mama C, you was only 2.
Yes.
And
you wasn't here in 85.
I know 19. I know. I said you all wasn't here. I was here
in the 80s or 1980.
1980, because I was in the 6th grade going to the 7th.
Okay.
Right. And
like I always say, she wasn't here.
They were talking about building America's infrastructure, and they didn't call it this, but I'm calling this. They bought the new Negroes because us uppity Negroes no longer wanted to do construction or work at McDonald's because we were allowed to go to HBCUs and get certificate and degree.
They bought the new Negroes. Did you say they bought the new Negroes?
So certain people back in
the
day,
black jobs.
Right. Certain people back in the day called the Mexicans the new Negroes because they were taking the jobs that we were classified as uppity Negroes no longer wanted to do. And that's why the Mexicans, cancel, let me not say that. So a lot of people was escaping their impoverished countries and running to America because the democracy at the time was saying, "Oh yeah, we'll get them to build." They called it cheap labor, and so a lot of our infrastructure from the 1980s up until today was built by cheap labor because they bought into the illusion that they was coming to greener pastures here.
Yeah.
I remember that specifically sitting in my civics class, and we was discussing America's infrastructure and how people that look like you and I was brought into slavery, and we built this country, the infrastructure, the economical structure, and every other structure you can name. And they was talking about the new Negroes. As a matter of fact, they was calling them the Sand Negroes. And why they were while they were importing them into America to build America's workforce, the cheap labor workforce. And I remember that specifically because I cursed the student out because he had made a white boy. He had made a comment in the class, and I laid into his ass in class about the new Negroes. So I remember that specifically.
You can definitely categorize me as the old Negro because I don't want to do the job of what the new Negroes are doing. Yeah, I have certain jobs that I will do and will not do, and that labor job is one of them. I'm sorry,
and
call it what it is.
Some of the powers was saying in the mid 80s that the uppity Negroes no longer wanted to do because they were now getting, and there was one, I forgot the man's name, but there was one senator at the time, and he was a Republican. He was saying because they are now getting educated, and that's why a lot of people today have a problem with wokeness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. I agree 100%. Yeah. Well, the new Negroes are now getting taken away in handcuffs.
I mean, by the dozen. Like they is knocking on
By
these
the
people's
dozen.
doors in the middle of the night, and I can't fathom why you would open your door at 3 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't care who out there. You knocking on, you gonna have to catch me in the streets. You is not
Yeah.
about to pull up in my house and deport me. I don't know why they opening doors.
So Nancy Drew, I learned here in the DMV area, I don't know about where you are, the law has changed now. So they can go into schools, churches, homes, and I've just learned about there is updated AI that the police have. So if the police could knock on your door and they can they have equipment now, they can see through your walls. Now they don't see you
Oh, they got
they
like
see the infrared.
the infrared.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
The body heat. Yeah. So they have that now. And that when I was telling people that was the purpose of them putting up all this 5G and people thinking it was putting up 5G so we can get better, faster internet. No, that's not what that was about. Because the 5G was installed to early warning when we were being attacked by with quote unquote aliens or the hostiles against the United States, and people that did not know or realize that the United States has weaponized the 5G against their own citizens.
Mm-hmm.
So you can
Well,
drive down. Go ahead.
well, when we pass these laws, when these laws are passed, there's so much stuff wrapped up in these bills. So
Absolutely.
when they passed the law on the 5G, the first probably 100 pages was faster internet, this, and this.
Right.
Then we didn't read that fine line at the bottom. This shows you're going to get extra stuff that comes with this package.
Absolutely.
You know how AT&T sells us this phone. You get this free phone. We're going to give you this
When
free
they
phone.
nothing free.
Well, we're gonna monitor everything you say and do.
We're going to monitor everything, and you're going to hold on. You got to be in this contract for 2 years. Okay.
Mhm.
So it's the same thing. United States, these people that sell this stuff, they got this from somewhere. I learned from Lord C that the movies pour from somewhere. Okay.
Absolutely.
And so, yes, they got it from the United States. Every bill that is written that has been presented has other bullshit tied to it. So we sign off on the good bullshit, but in the end, we get the real stanky bullshit too.
And I was saying, I concur, Mama C. And I was saying to a friend the other night, that's why I think for you all who have children in school, that they need to be in a class, and I would call it, if I was a superintendent, I would call it the class of Black excellence. So we need people in the area of engineering, law, medical, science that can teach these things that we get duped on as everyday citizens in a country that is supposed to be where we're supposed to be free, and we're not even free.
Yes, yes. But I learned from somebody who used to say that that we can't be like the law. Ignorance of the law is not something like that. Like we
I've
can't
heard
be
that before.
ignorant of the law.
Right, right.
You have to know the law. You
Right.
have to know the law. And it's not the United States responsibility to make sure we know the law. It is our responsibility to learn the law.
And that's why I was saying to a friend of mine's, we have I think everyone on this podcast have gurus in every area that they they listen to, and people in their prospective career paths, and they know they were talking about, and a lot of things like Dr. Umar Johnson said, the school system that we grew up in was not designed for us to succeed. So we were taught to work and make someone else rich instead of making ourselves rich. And that has stuck with me ever since I've been listening to Dr. Umar Johnson. And he's just one now. I'm going to be 100% on. I'm not in agreement with everything he says, but that I was like, yes. And we don't have, in my opinion, let me not say we don't. I do not know of schools where our children of color are stretched beyond their little minds can be stretched to know that they're children of the Most High. They're powerful. They're magical. They can do anything they put their minds to. We let them out here twerking and listening to this trash music we listen to, or they out here cutting each other down. And I just think the powers of the be that are laughing us. And I think I was saying to a friend the other day, I was like, when are we gonna stop focusing on Trump? Because we can already expect what he's gonna do or say. But when are we gonna save ourselves? Because that's the question I want to know. When are we gonna save ourselves?
I think, and you say, when are we going to stop focusing on Trump? I think we need to focus on everything, because they throw things at us to take our attention away from certain things. But I think we need to be focused on everything. Don't keep your eye off the orange man. Okay, right. Take your eye off of him. Don't. Right. All right. But in the midst of you keeping your eye on him, make sure you're keeping your eye on the people that he's putting in his cabinet, like Mr. Tesla man, Mr. Elon Musk as well. We definitely need to keep our eye on him. All right. We need to keep our eye on all of those people that he is putting in places. Everything. We have to keep our eye on everything.
The problem is we should have been keeping our eye beforehand.
Yes.
Now they are in places of power, and they are going to do what they want to do regardless.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Elon is going to start doing some new stuff and running some new stuff because he put his money behind getting Trump to win.
Mm-hmm.
Now Mark is sitting over in the corner, but quiet,
but for a reason.
Yeah, because
why is he sitting in that corner quiet? He's sitting over there quiet for a reason. He came to the party to play.
Mm-hmm. Why? But you see, they released that Trump was getting 17 million from Meta for blocking him or something, and deactivating his account during something.
So Trump sued Meta.
Yes. And he's sitting up at the inauguration standing behind him.
And see, this is where I have this is where I see the glass half full, where other people see it half empty. I honestly think for the last 2 years, in my opinion, when Trump started blaming Biden for the 2020, well, am I saying it right? The 2020 election when Biden won?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Saying it right? You okay? And he kept saying, "You all stole it. You all stole it. The Democrats manipulated." Da 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 da. I thought then he had a plan to reverse it when he came out and said, "Well, I will be running in 2024," and Trump had 4 trials lined up by the black attorney generals. The one in Georgia with Miss Willis, the young lady in Miss Fannie. The young lady in New York. We had one here in DC, and we had a gentleman. I can't remember what state he was representing, who was in the blows of prosecuting Trump. And I asked my cousin, I said, well, why all these attorney generals that are prosecuting Trump? Why are they all African Americans? Something don't seem right. And then Trump was allowed to blow through all those trials, and no harm came to him. So, and I was telling Mama C the other day, I was like, how do you say felon and president in the same sentence? How do you impeach twice and you have a 34 felony charges, but you're the president again?
Did he get to vote for himself?
He was allowed to vote for himself. Yes.
So he was allowed to vote, and a lot of felons are not allowed to vote.
Correct. And that's what has angered a lot of people.
It's just sad. It's just sad. And what's sad is I'm not even sad about Trump and his shenanigans or his shenanigans. Not sad about that. That's not sad. What's sad is the people who support him.
Right.
That is where the sadness comes.
Like Selena Gomez, she was on Instagram, boohoo crying. And I just felt like you missed your opportunity to reach out to your people, because she's sitting on there crying like, oh, I'm so sorry to my people, and got a little Mexico flag in the corner. But when he was running, you should have been on the campaign run as well. You
exactly.
In these towns where your minority is the majority, and spreading the word of who they needed to vote for, because he had a large Hispanic vote.
Yep.
So you should have been doing that. Getting on Instagram now, when everybody know who Selena Gomez is doing nothing for anybody now, because now they're getting deported.
Exactly.
We
she
don't
needs to have
because we know you're a citizen. But if you were worried about the people that are not citizens, you should have been out there spreading the word who to vote for.
Yep.
Because he said what he was going to do. That's one thing about Donald. He's going to tell you, when I get elected, I'm putting all y'all out. And if your child want to stay, they can stay. But if not, you can send them with you too, even if they're citizens. So I don't see why they're surprised that he's doing it, because he said that was the first thing he was going to do.
And you know what about these celebrities, which pisses me off about some of these celebrities? They be so fast to tell us what to buy. Oh, go buy Chanel. Oh, go buy Nike. Oh, go buy Coke. Oh, go buy this. You're so fast to tell us what to buy, but you are slow to tell us who to vote for. Like, come on now. Who cares what you wear? What values do you hold for the people for presidency? They're so quick to tell us what to buy, but they do not support, they won't say stuff on politics for a reason. That pisses me off with celebrities. Pisses me off.
I agree with everything that's being said and everyone's input. However, I would like to take a step forward, and just for transparency, Cast, I was telling Mama C, I said, now I'm gonna act dumb today, but I'm gonna be intelligent. And you all might not like what I'm going to say, but I blame all of us. When Trump took his mugshot, then an hour later he got back on his plane. Then 3 days later he announced that he's running for presidency in the 2024, and that he was going to win, and this, that, and the other. I thought all of America who gave a shit should have came out their door and say, no, we're not having this. Because had not he been sitting in the position that he's been in and plotting for the last 3 years, I don't think we've been sitting here having this discussion right now.
Well, I think we did say we're not having this. I think the minority
I don't think we did.
We did. He had some players behind him.
No. I think that if the current president wouldn't have been Biden, that he wouldn't have won.
Okay.
But if the current president wasn't Biden, it was going to be Trump.
No. I'm just saying, like, if it was a different scenario, let's say it was somebody that was a good president, that was awake, that was alert, that, could hold a conversation, then he wouldn't have been able, he used that to his advantage. He used Biden not being as focused as he needed to be, getting older, to his advantage. And then Kamala came in at the end. The Democrats should have made a decision at the beginning that she was running to give her a fair chance. She did not.
Did you hear why they did not?
No, why they didn't?
So it came out, and I forgot which newscast it came off of. It was allegedly that they was hiding Joe's health issues.
Oh yeah, they were.
From the public.
And that
from who? Stevie Wonder.
Now they was hiding. He was over there. They was doing stuff. He was
hiding it from who? From who? We knew.
But they wasn't ready to accept that, and that was the downfall. That gave Trump the leverage he needed to make it.
The $7 for a carton of eggs gave Trump the leverage to make it.
No.
I'm
telling you, if it would have been anybody else in the presidency that said they was running again, they would have won. He lost to Joe. So Joe could have won again if he was in his right mind.
Because of COVID and the way he handled COVID. That's why he lost to Joe.
But because
the way he handled COVID.
But if he lost to him because of the way that he handled COVID, if Joe was a good president, he would have won again.
I just really,
I would like to respond to that, Nancy Drew. It's just like everybody in the world don't know you. I know you. and I know you're a good quality person. And when you're trying to quote unquote run the free country or the most powerful country in the world, you're not going to please everybody. And a lot of things for me personally in the DMV, what they said about Joe, I didn't see that. I didn't experience that. And I know any presidency, you have to go to the, forgot the name of the place where they keep all the gold and stuff, Fort Knox. And Fort Knox and they set the terms for the interest rates and this, that, and the other. So it's not on the president. The presidency got to go through all these red tape with the Congress and all this stuff to get things approved. So now I don't know what, I can be honest, I don't know internally what Joe stood for. I just know what I saw him do. And that black lady that Trump calls Kamala, I know what I saw her do, and well, you know, what was said and what was not said. So I think a lot of it was to have us the wool pulled over our eyes to say, hey, no, we do have a good president. And what I consider good, a person who is fair to all the citizens of the country across the board. That's what I consider good, because we all have our stuff we could do differently or made better or regrets or what have you. So I don't know the full ins and out. I just watch what people say and then what people do. But I know a lot of times I felt like when it came to Joe, we were lied to.
Well, I don't know why we would believe it, because we saw with our own eyes what was going on. We saw.
But I also talked
they
to.
didn't tell the truth. They didn't tell. If they would have from the beginning said, you know what, Joe's not running again, Kamala's gonna run or whatever, I think she would have had a better chance. I think that they just waited to the last minute, and it didn't give her a fair opportunity to campaign the correct way. She could have won if it would have went from the beginning, if she had the full term to campaign, because Trump did. Trump was ready.
I disagree with you, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why I disagree, because there would have been a lot of retribution had that black lady won.
Oh yeah. Now you're right about that. You're right about that. You're right. Now she still would. I think she still would have had a better chance than she had originally. Like what she experienced, I think her chance would have been better. I can't say that she would have guaranteed win because she's a black woman. I don't think they want a woman. Period. Hillary didn't make it. So,
right.
But I do feel like if Joe was healthy, he could have won again, because Trump,
even the way the economy was, or the economy still is, you thought that Joe Biden would have won if he was healthy.
I think they would have gave him another chance if he was healthy. I think that even though inflation took place and the economy was bad, it was just the standing up there at press conferences, just saying random stuff.
That's what Donald say now. Donald do the same thing.
It's different though. It's different. People like people that
lie to them.
Like, maybe so. Maybe lie to them.
They're not.
Well,
they will vote for a woman.
See Joe in my mind. I can see Joe in my mind standing up there, like what he called, who he called. He even called who he called Trump. He was talking to somebody else, but he called them Trump. Like he just was all over the place.
He was, but Donald was all over the place too.
He a different type of all over the place.
He just be saying random stuff.
He just say anything.
Right. He say Joe Biden say confusing stuff,
like, and that's the difference. To say like Trump just said, "What, y'all wanted me to go swimming with them?" Like that was crazy. But
exactly, like, why would you say that?
Yes, he is crazy when he says stuff, but Joe
I don't think Joe would have
Joe was delirious. So for them, people didn't want a delirious individual to be running the country.
We do have a delirious individual running the country now. His name is Trump.
I understand what you're saying.
I just believe that Biden is not a narcissist. And when you look up narcissists, you look at the characteristics of a narcissist.
And that may be that. A narcissist can make you believe what they're saying. A narcissist will make you think what you're thinking is wrong. And if he is able to execute that, then they are going to look at Joe different, as he's confused and he's telling me what I need to hear. He's
so
telling them what he's going to do.
that's why I was confused with the polling of the last election, because Trump showed us in 2016 what he was capable and was not capable of. So that's how I knew there was some slick shit going on with this election, because he had already showed us. And so I believe Trump is the second president that's going back in. I believe his agenda is to get richer off the back of America. And I believe his agenda is richer. That's why I said richer. And he is going to fix what he messed up in 2016. That's my opinion. And I just don't think Joe is that caliber first.
What he messed up?
Yes.
What will fix?
See, so there's a lot of things as Americans behind the scenes in reference to relationships with other nations, our economy, the relations with the citizens, the infrastructure. Let's take the infrastructure for incident. I think there's a lot of things he didn't fix that he got mad because Obama wanted to fix them, and he said he was going to. That's what he wanted to do, and people were like, "Oh, we're not doing that. We can't do that. How you sound, this, that, and the other." I think this is his second chance of getting it right, because we had another famous family.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry, Louis C. I'm confused.
Okay.
So you're saying that Trump believed this is.
I believe of Trump.
Oh, okay. So I'm like,
yeah, I'm saying I believe
Trump don't believe that bullshit.
Yeah, I believe Trump is going. I think he's going to get richer.
Okay.
Because according to certain doctors, especially Jasmine Crockett, she says it all the time. The self-worth that he said he have, they say that's inflated.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to fix or want to fix what he didn't do in 2016 to 2020. Because we also had another powerful dynasty that did the same thing 20 years ago. We had two Bushes.
Yes, and they didn't fix shit.
No,
you talking about they fixed.
And that's what I think the difference between Trump and Biden. I think Biden cares, and Trump does not. But I want to be honest with people. I honestly think there is a supervisor above the government that will say this will be this, this will be, that will be, this will be, that will be.
I'm still like, so you're saying, so what are you saying that the orange man is going to fix? Well, I need to know. What are you saying he thinks he's going to come in here fix? Because he
believes he's going to fix the economy. That's what he wants to do. He wants to fix the economy.
No, not and so that's what I want the panel to be aware of. There is in the presidency, there's a wider range than being concerned of what the U.S. citizens desire and want and need. And there was a lot of things that he broke in reference to our image. You know, you all know we are the world police. America is this big, mighty, great country that everybody believes is milk and honey over here. And there were some things that he broke that he wants to fix and get right, on top of getting richer.
So
in my opinion.
Okay. So let's go into this video, and I'm going to show you something that he thinks he is about to fix and what it's going to do for us.
So the 25% tariffs on Canadian and Mexican goods start tomorrow. So President Trudeau in Canada has basically said that nothing is off the table in terms of retaliation. He said, we'll turn off America's electricity. So they asked the press secretary about it, who's terrible, by the way, and her response was, people would like you to panic, but President Trump would like to remind you that Jesus didn't have electricity, and he did just fine. That can't be a real response.
And it was.
She can't be serious. We're literally living in an SNL episode. So if I were you, I'd do a little research to see where your states get their electricity from. And maybe you want to stock up on candles, and while you're at it, get some batteries for your flashlights. You also may want to join a community garden, because we get 63% of our vegetables and 47% of our fruit from Mexico. Shit's about to get real expensive. you may want to think about buying some tequila and mezcal too. You really can't make this shit
So,
up. So
what is he fixing again? Please, 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 please.
No,
Please.
I'm not talking about the current day current. I'm talking
Okay.
about prior in 2016 when he went up and he effed up some stuff. It's
Well,
like
he's
like
effing up
our
some stuff.
relationship with our allies and our
Canada.
military in Canada. So this is in my opinion, this is the characteristics of a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people who don't understand, because you get an electric bill from Dominion or BG&E, that it belongs to America. Well, Ronald Reagan sold all that stuff in 1980. That's what I was speaking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And what the young man said in reference to the
power,
electricity and the power and all that stuff, they have now for 2 years talking about the blackout for 2 weeks. And all the people that were going to die because of the internet, or people couldn't keep the refrigerators on, or only people who were on machines that they depend on to keep their life going. So this is not new. So that's why I said to myself one day, is this the evolution, if I'm saying that right, of America? Because every great nation prior to us fell. Is it our turn?
Well, maybe, because we done put this fool in office.
No, we not French. I ain't we not French. No, ma'am. No.
They
not
have
Sean.
put
No.
you people have put Donald Trump in office, and he has run amok. And we still have 4 years to go. It's only been 10 days. What? 10 days? 10 days.
So back in the summer, I had talked to, I was fortunate enough to meet an economist. He works in Washington, D.C. in the store, and he was getting his coffee. And I asked him, I said, can I ask you a question, sir? And he said, sure. I said, so the powers that be make eggs $9. Why do you all do that to the people who know that they're not able to afford it? He said, because the ones who don't realize it, they do that because they know the people are going to still buy it.
Mm-hmm. I believe that.
And that's why we have this issue with DEI and what's them people, Target, and what's our little friend named Tabitha Brown?
Mm-hmm, Tab. Mm-hmm. They know people are still going to buy it. That's why purses cost $50,000, because they know some fool is still going to buy that purse for $50,000.
Absolutely.
That's why.
I seen the girl, she bought a Birkin for $40,000 and got it painted for Pride, and then thought she was gonna sell it, and now it has zero value.
Zero. Stupid. She should have went to the West End and got it for $50, painted it, and she probably could have sold it for $200.
Mm-hmm.
She would have got some money.
Really? She thought it was still worth something, even though she.
No.
And that's what Dr. Umar Johnson was saying. We, as a color people, a lot of us do not have that entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes, Bisa, you people voted him in. You people. Yes, Bisa. Yes.
Not me.
Yes, you people voted him in. You people.
I wasn't even gonna go vote. I knew he was a sure win.
So I had a conversation. I had a conversation with a friend. I said, I'm gonna give Trump until March the 1st to see if he finds his soul.
Where he gonna find it? Because he didn't even want to go to the place where the crash happened. He didn't even want to go there. So he's definitely not looking for a goddamn soul.
No, I'm saying I'm looking for his soul.
Oh, you looking for his soul? Please go give it back to him when you find it. Because it's probably in the pit of hell. That's where it's at. That is where his soul is at, in the pit of hell. He said she didn't vote, girl.
I wasn't gonna vote either, but she made me go. She kept harassing me. I said I wasn't gonna go vote either, but you harassed me.
I did, and I will harass Bisa from now on. Do you know how many people died for you to have the option to vote? for you to even be able to vote. Do you know how many people died and you don't go vote? I don't care who you voted for. Go exercise your rights. But guess what, Pizza? Since you didn't vote, you can't complain.
What Roland Martin said, they fucked around and found out.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
not this time. I will be on your ass in 4 years. I see you in 4 years, Bisa. I'll be on you. I'm coming to your house.
And ain't no telling who we gonna get in 4 years.
So Nancy Drew, I asked Mama C the other day, is as a people of color, and I'm just talking about Black people, not any other race or not any other color person who has hue. Is this our lesson that we needed to learn for us to come together and to know collectively how powerful we really are?
I don't think so. I think because a lot of colored people still like Trump, and they still what?
You people.
She said it's about you people. None of us. So who is you people? I think that a lot of colored people still like Trump, and they're not ready to come together yet. They're not ready. If you didn't come together if Obama didn't bring us together to be able to stand behind Kamala, then they're not ready.
Okay.
Even as she ran, they still told her she wasn't Black.
But see, that's the thing. They tell you and I, we are Black. This is Black.
Mm-hmm.
So put it up next to my skin. So why am I believing? Why we keep, for me personally, why do we keep using that word Black when Mama C's hair is Black? Your hair is Black. Your glasses frame is Black. So are you Black? That was, and people don't understand. So that's why people need to know our history. That was the label they had given us back in the day when they had a monster's ball or a picnic.
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody know what a monster ball is and what a picnic is?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So why we keep calling ourselves that we were named by another group of people who thought they were superior to us?
Mm-hmm.
Because in the Bible, did God ever say, and that's my only source right now, that you Black, so you can do so and so, so and so, and so and so, so and so? No.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But that answers your question. You said, "Will this make us come?" It won't.
Okay. Okay.
It will not. It will not. We will. You people would never learn.
So we're going back 450 years ago, back to modern day slavery.
Not that far back.
Well, that's what it's going to come to, because now Trump wants to cancel the sovereignty or the citizenship of people who were born here in America and take away their birth certificates. He wants to erase that. He wants to dismantle.
What? I'm sorry. Say it again.
So what makes you a sovereign citizen of the United States is your birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump wants to do away with that. He wants to null and void it.
Well, then that would mean that he won't have any citizens at all.
Exactly. So there's this white man who is Canadian born. He moved here in 1959. He is 62 years old. He lives in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
He has a social security number. He has his driver's license in Florida. And when he went to vote in the 2024 presidential election, he did his registration. He was halted because they say he had broke federal laws because he was not a citizen of America. He was a citizen of Canada, and they did not allow him to vote. And he's Caucasian American or Caucasian Canadian, whatever he wants to allow somebody else to call him. And then I learned recently, when your parents sign your birth certificate, they sign their children over to the state in which they were born in. That's why the children are considered ward of the state. And your social security number is a number that the government uses to make money off you. That's why we have this thing called the census. So when you sign the birth certificate of your child in Georgia, your children become the award of the state of Georgia, and Georgia can do whatever they want with them because you sign the birth certificate.
Hmm.
And so that's why Donald Trump can civilize or citizenship. Now, that's the correct thing for this to say. That's why he can do that, because we have signed those birth certificates, because we are now all of us are a ward of the state in which we were born in, and he is in charge of all the United States.
You people, because he's not in charge of me. Okay. Okay. But thank you. Yeah, Beast said, wow, this is crazy. It is. And you have no clue. No clue. No clue. But so it's about that time.
Okay.
I do want to end on a light note, like I said I would. I have two. I'm gonna show one and then I'm gonna show the other one. But I would like to have our friend Shamar say a word or two.
How did it even crash into the Russian plane? And it was the American airline with the Russian people on there. Russian people was coming for somewhere, I don't know where, but for somewhere, and they was flying the American airline. It was 60 people on the American airline. And then a military helicopter, black cop, really crashed right into the American airline plane. Are you kidding me right now? We need to know, and we need to find out answer who was on that plane, because if I'm not mistaken, it probably was the people that was from Russia. Because you know they had until, yeah, they how did it even?
So
I agree.
My friend Shamar, who endorsed Donald Trump. He endorsed Donald Trump.
So Shamar voted for Donald Trump.
I don't know if he voted.
Oh, okay.
I know he endorsed him. He said, "Free that man, Donald Trump." I
love it. I love it. This made my Friday night.
Believe that it was the Russian people who had something to do with the planes. Well, not planes, but the aircrafts.
And Don Lemon said that he wanted to know all of the people who was on that civilian flight, what was their purpose for being in America, and who their origin was, because people had said to him that they felt as though it was domestic terrorism.
Well, I feel it was something, and I told y'all I'm not that person. I'm everything happens
for a reason.
It's happened, okay. But that whole DEI that threw me off. Trump, to say that he knew something, and it just threw me off. I don't know. I'm not that big person saying, "Oh, what somebody did it for that." I'm just not that person. But I believe something is going. Something smells fishy, and I would like to see the fish. Because it's something smells fishy. So that comes from Shamar. He'll be a spotlight this year too on 2BlackMothers. Last thing, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Nancy sent this to me. I don't know why, but let's see.
My car is small.
I can fit in this car.
But believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
What am I doing with my money?
I'm gonna cancel you. You're not gonna be charged.
So you telling me I can't get in the lift because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What makes you think I can't fit in a car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What makes you think I can't fit in this car?
Because the car is small in the back.
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
I'm sorry. I can't.
So you really telling me I'm too busy in your car, so I gotta order another lift?
And to be more specific with you, I got very tired tires.
What I got to do with your tires?
Yeah, and you have no space.
How you know I don't have no space?
Yeah, I got no space in the back.
I
How
love
do you
it.
know I don't have no space?
I love it.
Because I tried before.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL instead.
No, I don't never have to order an Uber XL.
Then I'm really sorry.
What's your name?
Abraham.
You know his name is in
Okay.
that.
Nope.
Abraham. So Mr. Abraham denied service to this person because she was overweight. How heavy was she? Nancy Drew, you know?
I would have denied her as well.
I would denied her too.
Yeah,
Why?
she need to call a SUV. Them
How
little
big is
Honda, well, I just sent you her size. But his little Honda tires was not gonna make it.
Oh, he was in a Honda Accord.
She was gonna blow his shocks.
First of all, they need to tell them something got to go. Something got to be told ahead of time. Something needs to be proactively put on here. This is a small car, and if you're this size, do not order it. It needs to be.
No. When she woke up that morning, she should know that she need to always get an SUV.
No.
Did you pull her up?
Did you pull her up? You pulled her. I was trying to go into this comment right here.
Oh, okay.
See, and this is what I'm saying. So people say that they should have denied her. Then you get this comment right here. Once I had a big black what?
A big black person.
She meant big back, not black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was saying big back.
But even on that, who's to say? Like, what is your definition? Because I'm a big back. Anna, are you a big back?
The definition is you can get in your
service to me.
Wait a minute. Can you click
Yeah,
on
Mama.
Can you click on
Excuse me, ladies. Mama, see you're not a big man.
Oh.
Esta cantante estadounidense está demandando a la aplicación Lyft después de que su
Okay. This girl is 400 plus pounds. I've seen her before. She was on one of these apps you got. I think it was BET Plus. One of the apps you have, she was on a rapping show on there. And
with the app that I have?
Yeah, because I don't have it. Deb, Waka Flocka mother, had a show looking for a rapper for Atlanta. She flew here. She could not walk around and perform. Her knees was hurting. Deb sent her home. Huh?
She don't have any knees. She don't have knees.
Yeah, and she was
They
having
in there. They in there. Don't they in there.
Had an event where you needed to network with other industry people, producers, promoters and things like that. And she was over sitting on the couch crying. She said her knees was burning. She couldn't do it. Deb sent her home. Deb said, look, you need to get yourself together. You not gonna be able to make it as a rapper this big. You got to do something. So with that being said, you do not need to be almost 500 pounds ordering a Honda to come pick you up.
Well, you don't get to say what car comes to.
Okay. She should only click on XL.
And first of all, she done been in the Uber before. She done been in the list.
I'm sure people have not denied her because now it's a lawsuit. She done went and got a lawyer because she went viral with that video. Attorney reached out to her, and now they suing Lyft. Lyft done made a statement saying that they're sorry that it shouldn't have went that way or whatever. So now it became a whole big thing. But at the end of the day, that's just ridiculous. So you're telling me, Mr. Warren?
I think Mr. Warren put that before we put the picture up here.
Okay.
Because I was a little like, how big is she?
Okay.
So
go ahead.
Mama C, Nancy Drew, everybody in the chat. It's my car. It's my car. So I tell you who get in and who do not. Now, when I got there and I said, ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to deny you service in my car. You would have to call another lift. I would not stand there and argue with her. I would have drove the hell off. It's my car. It's my car. Point blank. And now we're in the age of DEI and black against whatever. We're going to have to deal with it, whether it be a car or whether it be them damn eggs people still going to buy.
I would have pushed her big ass in the Honda because soon as them shocks would have went out, I would have been sending her a bill, okay, for a new car.
They would have denied it and said, "Oh, it must have been something wrong with your car." Like at the end of the day, he is an independent contractor. The man was an independent contractor, and he was out doing a job that he is not clocking in on number. He's not a W-2 employee. He is not. I'll be glad. I can't even get it out.
He's a 1099.
Right, he's a 1099. He
and
does
that
not
car is
have to
tool
pay her.
to do his job, and that car does not belong to Lyft.
But now
this is not a car. Then he could have been like, "Get on in." But Lyft didn't give him a car because soon as he would have hit a speed bump, he would have dragged the bottom of that car over.
I would have been recording it all because I would have got me a new car out of that. I would have. First of all, he would have been viral just by putting her big ass in the back, stuffing her in the back. He would have been viral right then and there.
Why you keep saying stuff for her like he gonna pick up and put her in now? She was gonna have to get herself in the car.
He would have had to push her.
Now, come on now.
Had to push.
If he had to do all that, then she definitely didn't need to get in the car.
And ladies, with all due respect, she as a big woman,
she was trying to get to
a bigger woman. She knows what she has to deal with on a daily basis. That's why when you get on the airline, and if you can't fit in the seat, they charge you double because you have to set two seats.
They would tell you, "No, ma'am, you're not gonna be able to fly with your." It let you show up at Delta.
That ain't 2 seats. That's 4.
But I'm saying, let her show up to Delta, wanted to get on a flight with 1 seat paid for. They're gonna be like, "No, ma'am, no, ma'am, you're gonna have to buy the row."
Right. I would agree. I would agree.
So what's the difference? What's the difference if the airline can say, you're gonna need to buy the row? Why can't he say, you're gonna need to order XL? He didn't say, "Oh, you ain't gonna be able to get it right." He said, "You're gonna need to order a bigger vehicle. I'm gonna cancel it so it doesn't charge you."
Yes.
He knew he wasn't getting paid. He was very polite. And now
she knew what she was doing. She done ordered a Lyft before.
And allegedly that was his car. Like I say, it's mine. So you don't get to tell me what. I got a brand new bag for Christmas. It's mine. So that's what I'm saying. We have to go. Okay, does it belong to him or does it belong to Lyft? Does he have a right to deny people of color because he heard we are all thieves and we will shoot you? Whatever the characteristics goes, whether you're Hispanic or white. And I think we have to be, and this is the becoming of age, people of color. You have to understand what beautiful and what pretty looks like. And in America, say it's not that. So when she knows she walk out the door, she's going to discriminate it because she discriminates her own self before she even walk out the door. Just like America don't care for transgender people. So now they're going to really start denying them. And I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I can't tell whether you're transgender or not. And I really don't care as long as you don't mistreat me. And so I think we as a people, color people, or underprivileged or whatever you want to classify us, we really need to wake up and take stock of what's really happening today. We're going back to Jim Crow 2.0. And for those who don't know what that is, do your research, please. And that's what I'm going to say on that.
Well, thank you for that, Lord C. And that will lead us to, now it's time to say goodbye.
Good evening, all. Peace and blessings.
To all my family.
Until we meet again.
Until we meet again. Peace and blessings.
Subscribe, like, and share.
And don't forget that notification button. And leave your comments down below.
And be nice.
And be nice. And we'll be sure to get back to you. Peace.
Peace.